Juventus 4, Dortmund 4, and then Real Madrid 2, Marseille 1. Two spectacular matches that we're going to talk about today. Obviously, there was other crazy results, but I think these are the two most important matches of the day. Obviously, Real Madrid, given their hierarchy, their importance in Europe, and then the Juventus versus Dortmund game was just absolutely insane. 8 goals. There's been 15 goals in the Juventus Stadium in the past 3 matches. Leaky defending, but going forward, Juventus have looked pretty clinical. But before we get into everything regarding these 2 matches in the Champions League, in the return of the Champions League, make sure you guys subscribe, like, check out all the platform links down below. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Charla Football. I'm your host, as always, Gerardo, here with my co-host, Tomas. Tomas, we're going to talk some Champions League football today, bro. Finally, we had to see Champions League ball back. It's been a few months. You know, we've been in between regular club or regular league phase and international friendlies, but finally, we're back. The best competition in the world, bro. And honestly, it didn't disappoint today. It did not disappoint today, which is why we're going to start off with the Juventus versus Dortmund match. A match that we weren't even looking at fucking covering.
Yeah. To be honest, no, but I did say that I feel like one of those matches went at 4-4.
Yeah. What?
I told you yesterday.
When did you say that, bro?
I said that yesterday. I said, you were like, oh, we should do the Real Madrid match, this match, and that match.
The Real Madrid for sure.
I was like, but what if, like, Athletic Bilbao versus Arsenal, it's just like 4-4 or another match like that?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we were going to do the Arsenal versus Bilbao match, but for most of the game, it was 0-0. Up until, like, Martinelli and Trossard came on, and they got 2 goals for Arsenal away. But other than that, really wasn't much going on in the game. That's why the Juve one and the Dortmund one was probably the best one.
No, yeah,
So
for sure.
I think everything really started with Vlahovic. Vlahovic changed the game completely because Dortmund, pretty much for most of the game, were in cruise control. Yildiz, I think he had gotten the equalizer. It was the first goal for Dortmund. It was Adeyemi who scored at the top of the box. So other than that, once you got to like the final 30 minutes of the match, that's where everything really changed. Like almost like a basketball match, both teams going back and forth, band for band, bro, showing off their quality going forward. And then, yeah, like I said, Dusan Vlahovic, he got 2 goals and an assist in 30 minutes, bro.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's insane. Honestly, I was not expecting that at all. And then in the last minute, you know, you see him like dribbling forward.
Yeah.
And then I just see.
We're like, imagine if he ties it right now. If they
like
tie
that.
it.
It was like 95th minute with like 20 something seconds.
Yeah.
And he gives like the perfect ball. Out of nowhere, I see a fucking Juventus attacker going forward.
It was a defender. It was actually, that's the crazy part, because it was a defender. Lloyd Kelly, the English defender, bro.
So, to be fair, they probably thought like, oh, we have all the forwards covered.
Yeah.
And the center back was
Just out of nowhere, just like right there, waiting for the. He got the perfect ball from Dusan Vlahovic. Vlahovic played inspired. He played like a madman today. Off of the bench, he's been doing pretty decent because I know they just signed Jonathan David, the Canadian striker, who had done well when he was playing at Lille, and you know he started. I think he has 1 goal in the league so far, Jonathan David. But I mean, he got to start today, but didn't really perform all that well. But then, yeah, like I said, Dusan Vlahovic just completely changed the match for Juventus. Obviously, I feel like this is more of a loss for both teams because either one of these teams could have gotten the win. I think the draw is a fair result at the end of the day. But I think if you're Juve at home, you definitely should have gotten that win.
I think even if you're Dortmund, because at one instance the match was 4-2 Dortmund.
Yeah, they were comfortably leading.
So it's kind of, I mean, it's just this idea that 4-2, you know, it's
with
about,
only like a few minutes left of the match, bro, just hold on to what you have.
Yeah, and it's surprising because Dortmund is usually this team that is able to possess the ball.
Yeah.
Whereas Juventus, although they've been trying to switch up their style, they're usually that team that knows how to defend much better.
Not today, bro. 4 goals. What an insane match. 4-4, probably the best match of the day so far. And then the one that's also pretty spicy, given what the occurrences in the game that happened, was Real Madrid versus Marseille. There was the red card. There was the VAR, 2 penalties. The first one was obviously a clear penalty, the one on Rodrigo. But the second one was like, oh, I want to get your guys' input, like what you guys think. Was it a penalty? Was it not? Because if you guys saw the replay, there was a handball inside of the box, but the guy is falling inside of the box, you know? This is where things get a little tricky. But before we get into that penalty instance, let's start with the first goal. Marseille, Arda Güler, the teenage sensation, the Turkish sensation, falling asleep, and then gets the ball taken away by Mason Greenwood, and then Timothy Weah scoring his first goal since like February, which was absolutely insane. Aubameyang had a clear chance in that first half. It was 1v1 with Militao, I think.
Militao.
And then
Militao defended with ORO today, so it's
he got him with his vision, like with his eyes, bro. He probably scared him off.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, Real Madrid played to what they could. They played to their strengths. Obviously, looking at their individuals more than anything, Mbappe getting a brace. He's reached his 50th goal mark today for Real Madrid. So that's actually, I don't know exactly how many games he has played total for Madrid. Probably around the same, like 40 to, no, actually, maybe around 50 as well. Because they had the whole season. Last season, he scored like 39 goals.
Plus the Club World Cup.
Plus the Club World Cup. And now this season, yeah, I mean, bro, even though last season, individually, we thought that he didn't look at his best. And even though he scored like over 30 goals in the season, we know what Mbappe is capable of. And he looks like a different just version. He looks leaner. He looks more focused. He looks like...
He grew out his hair.
He grew out his hair. He has a different haircut. Something about that haircut, bro. He's locked in. This season so far, Real Madrid have been in perfect form. 4 wins out of 4 in La Liga. And now starting off with the right foot in the Champions League. A 2-1 win over Marseille. Which, honestly, it could have gone towards Marseille way after the red card on Carvajal. Which, I didn't think it was going to be a red card. Yeah. Let us know what you guys thought. I mean, you guys saw the headbutt on Geronimo Rulli. I think it was kind of soft. But overall... I mean, as the referee, I think he made the right decision based on what he had to check. But it just looked so soft, bro.
Look, based on, how do I say this? Based on what I think is fair is I don't think, one, that was a penalty for Madrid. And I don't think that was a red card for Madrid either.
Yeah.
Now, going that he has to check VAR. So, yeah, it's fairly difficult at that point because he's seeing it with his own eyes that Carvajal is having a moment outside of football with the goalie.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck he thought to do right there, what he was doing.
I don't know. I think Carvajal still thinks that he's playing in 2015, 2016, where there's no VAR.
Where you can get away with anything.
Yeah, and it's not that case anymore.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the only reason Carvajal came on was because Trent got injured in the first 3 minutes. He got a hamstring injury. Looks kind of bad. We'll see what happens with him. But, yeah, in that scenario, I think, given his leadership experience, I think Carvajal should have done a lot better. And, unfortunately, I mean, he got red carded. He got off. But... honestly, after that moment, I feel like Madrid looked like the better team. Even though they had the one less player, they were constantly looking to go forward. They did not give a fuck that they were playing with 10 players. Marseille actually looked like the team with 10 players. I feel like that should have been the moment for Marseille to take over the match, bro. That should have been Marseille's moment to get that 2-1, to get numbers up. But I think in that panic, in trying to get that second goal, Madrid just took complete advantage of that. It was Vinicius going 1v1 with his defender, and... I mean, let us know what you guys thought. Tomas, you already said it was not a penalty. In my opinion, I think it just could have gone either way. You can make an argument for either or, but it is very harsh. Marseille had, up until that point, had done a very decent game to at least get the draw. I wouldn't say to get the win, but at least get the draw.
No, yeah, I don't think any team deserved to win today. Yeah. I mean, look, Madrid is Madrid, but they weren't able to create a concrete chance outside of, penalties.
Yeah. Geronimo Rulli made maybe like 2 saves. Courtois made a couple incredible saves as well. I think the draw probably would have been the most practical result, most fair result. But I mean, Madrid's Madrid.
Madrid's Madrid. You're
Con
playing
VAR.
in the Bernabeu.
Con VAR or sin VAR.
Te gana o te roba.
Yeah, literally. And in this moment, bro, we were actually saying like, oh no, Real Madrid were getting robbed because we just didn't look like a red card. Like Madrid were getting robbed, but
the balance is tipped back to where they should have been.
Like all balance was restored, like Dano says. All balance was restored in that moment when the penalty came for Madrid and Mbappe steps up. Of course, he's not going to miss from the PK spot. I don't think he's missed a single penalty kick spot for Madrid. We were kind of discussing this since he's been there. I don't think he's missed a single one. Bro is actually lethal from the penalty kick spot. And then, like I said, his 50th goal for Madrid. If he keeps up this type of performances all season, we can definitely see him come up against, or definitely see him as a Ballon d'Or contender. Not for this current Ballon d'Or because it's almost pretty much wrapped up, but for next season, definitely. I mean, bro, if he does well in the World Cup, if France do pretty decent, like, I think he's in contention based on this.
When France loses to Mexico in the semifinals, we could throw that in there.
When France loses to Mexico in the friendly in March, it's over. It's over for Mbappe and his Ballon d'Or shouts. Now let us know what you guys think. Should the Ballon d'Or go to or could Kylian Mbappe win his first Ballon d'Or next season if he keeps up these kind of performances? He was alive, bro. He tried like 3 times, like the Chilena and everything too.
Going into Ballon d'Or talks, I'm gonna just say this. I feel like this one and the next one coming up. I mean, we already know what player is the best in the world right now. And we already know who's going to win it, after winning the World Cup again. It's going to be Messi.
Messi? No way. I'm sorry.
After he wins the Club World Cup with Inter Miami.
Club World Cup in 2029 when he wins it in 2029,
Nah,
and he wins the World Cup in where did they play in the final? New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah, it's over. Messi's
over.
winning. Messi's winning the Ballon d'Or.
Because look, he's playing at home both tournaments again.
Nah, real talk. If you want to talk Ballon d'Or real quick,
Ballon d'Or.
I think
Ballon
it's
d'Or talk real quick. It's between 3 players:
Rafinha,
Rafinha,
Dembele.
Dembele, if he keeps up what he's done these past, if he doesn't get injured, and Mbappe.
Mbappe. What about Yamal?
Who the fuck is that?
Or Mohamed Salah too. He's up there. I think they're the top 4, top 5. Maybe include like Cole Palmer, like 5th or 6th.
Cole Palmer.
Anyways, we're starting to stray off. We're starting to waffle. Let us know who you guys think would be your Ballon d'Or winner for this coming season. But out of these 2 matches, which one was your favorite one? If you don't say Juve versus Dortmund, you don't know ball because this was an insane
Or you're
match.
a Madrid fan.
Or you're a Madrid fan, bro, because that was an insane match. Honestly, the best match of the week so far. Honestly, and the Benfica versus Karabakh match was very underrated as well.
Honestly.
Karabakh, they played like I never expected. I've obviously never seen a team from Azerbaijan in my life, but given those first 15 minutes, Benfica were all over them, bro.
I'd like to apologize for him because he doesn't know ball, but I mean, for all of us that are watching the Azerbaijan league since 2019, we know that.
No, bro. Nah, that you cannot tell me you were expecting this team to like actually beat Benfica away.
I was. What I did say was after Karabakh scored the 2-1, I told you, hey, this team plays very good.
Yeah, they looked good.
They looked good. And then they tied them, and I was like, bro, I'm telling you, they're like pretty fucking decent.
Yeah.
And they go 3-2, and I was just like, that's what, like, I've been saying this shit. I don't know how how
Since
I was.
2019.
It's because if you don't know the process, since 2016 in Karabakh,
I know this fool has probably the jersey somewhere hidden in his house.
Nah, bro. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm able to notice the momentum shift watching it from my fucking house.
Yeah.
How is the coach, just like sitting on his subs, looking at it? He's like, I'll make one sub here. He's not, but he doesn't have this fucking energy.
There was no reaction.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's not this fucking energy from the coach that we have to win at home. It's kind of like, you see he's very sedentary, very just chill. Mm-hmm. And you see that in the team as well.
Maybe they probably just felt like, you know what? These are nobodies. We can beat them. We're Benfica, which they are one of the biggest teams in Portugal. But they fell asleep. Especially the whole second half, they completely fell asleep.
I mean, in the third goal, the guy scores in between like 4 defenders.
Yeah, 2 touches in between 4 defenders. No one rushing towards to like try to close on that ball, bro. And by the time they did, it was too late. Ball's already in the back of the net. Yeah, crazy, bro. We're not gonna get too in depth in it, but fucking crazy.
Just on that goal, like I just scrolled through Twitter right now, and I'm seeing like everybody's blaming the goalie, but there's 4 defenders inside of the fucking box.
Bro, what is the goalie supposed to do from there?
Exactly. There's 4 defenders inside of the box. Why would the goalie attack him? There's 4 defenders in the box. His defenders are inside of the box. There's no reason to go on a 1v1. He can't do anything about it.
Nah, incredible win by Karabakh. Honestly, probably the most surprising result from Tuesday's matches. That and on top of that result, the Union Saint-Gilloise, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. They beat PSV away 3-1. That was also very surprising. Just talking about the other results, Arsenal beating Athletic Club. Their debut not their debut, but their first time in Champions League since 2014, I think 2015. So Athletic Club coming up short. And then Spurs versus Villarreal. Spurs with a good win. It was a goalkeeper mistake. It was an own goal. It looked kind of childish, but overall, pretty good match week for the Champions League debut for the 2025-2026 season. Let me know what other matches you guys are expecting or hoping that are going to be bangers and matches. Which ones you guys want us to cover. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, check all the platform links down below. Anything else we should add on? No, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.